In this video, I am going to share my Assess Your Allies worksheet. So you're going to be able to score every single one of your existing people in your existing network who you're thinking about networking with so that you can land your highest tech leadership job. You're going to be able to get a score, and I'm going to show you the exact way to determine their score. And then people who score above a certain amount, these are the people who you want to spend your time with. These are the people who you want to network with. Everyone else, maybe it's not worth your time networking with for this purpose. They can stay your friends, they can stay your colleagues, but maybe they're not the best allies on your job search. So I'm going to walk you through that exact worksheet and the exact scoring system in this video. Hi there, folks. I'm Jen Bunk. I am a career coach for technical leaders. I help tech leaders build your dream careers and, by the way, the dream lives to go along with them. And in every single one of these videos, I share tactics and strategies and mindset shifts and soul set shifts and heart set shifts, everything that you're going to need on this journey of building your dream career, which is actually a journey of becoming the most aligned technical leader you can possibly be. Before I dive into the Assess Your Allies worksheet, which is an important step in networking, right? We got to figure out who's in my network and who is worth my time in terms of networking with for my job search, right? But I have a PDF that actually outlines our entire people stack networking system. So really the goal here is so that you can network with purpose and on purpose and turn your connections into raving fan allies so that you can increase your chances of landing your hell yes technical leadership job faster and easier. So that PDF walks you through our entire people stack networking system. So yes, it includes the Assess Your Allies piece of it, but all of the other pieces that are required in networking too, the conversations, how to have the conversations, how to follow up, it's et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want that PDF, comment network on purpose, and I will send that to you. All right, let's dive in, shall we, to the Assess Your Allies worksheet. I'm going to share my screen. And this is actually for those of you who have done PeopleStack Accelerator. I know we have existing clients who have done this. It is in week 3, Ally Network Part 1, and it's under Build Your Excellence. And then you can just click on Assess Your Allies. So for those of you who have not done Accelerator, by the way, our next cohort starts this coming Thursday, February 6th. If you want in, go to thepeoplestack.com/accelerator to apply. All right, go to Assess Your Allies. So this is the first time that I'm showing this particular PDF to non-clients. All right, so let's open up this Assess Your Allies worksheet. And we'll walk through it. It's actually really simple. There's really not much to it. There's a couple of preamble things to think about, and then there's 10 questions. How powerful are your allies? The goal here is to score your allies. Each one of your allies is going to get a score between 0 and 10. And by allies, I mean, these are people who you're thinking right now, I might want to network with. I might want to connect with them, send them a message, have conversations with them so that they're going to potentially help me find my hell yes job. So these could be people like hiring managers, colleagues, former colleagues who might be able to connect you with jobs, or other people who might be super connectors. It might be people who work for private equity firms, or it might be friends of friends. It might be friends who know these people. It might be just really good friends of yours who may not be in tech, but may actually be able to connect you to that hell yes job. So essentially what I would start with here is a list of potential allies. Most of you are going to be able to come up with at least 10 to 20 easy. Just go to your contacts in your phone, go to your Facebook, go to LinkedIn. Some of you think that, oh, I don't have any allies. No, you have at least a few. You do not become a technical leader without having some allies. So just cut that out right now. You have some allies. Make a list of your potential allies. Maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 20. So that's where you're going to start. And then for each ally, you're going to answer yes or no for each question below. And you're going to assign 1 point for each yes and 0 points for each no. So each person is going to get a score of between 0 and 10. The goal, in other words, do not pass go, do not continue with the networking process until you have four allies who score 7 or better. So like in school, it's like 70%. That's a C minus. That's terrible. They don't need to be perfect. They simply need to score 7 or better. And then you're going to move forward with the networking process from there. And if you want more structure around what the networking process is, you can comment network on purpose below, like I was mentioning earlier, and I'll send you the PDF of the entire process. But for this video, I just wanted to dive into the specifics of assessing your allies, which after listing your potential allies, this is where you should start. So if you're like, oh gosh, yeah, I've never really networked on purpose before. I've kind of just networked by accident. This is so common for clients who work with us. This is where you start. This is exactly where you start. So what you're going to do is going to answer yes or no for each of these questions. Do not overthink it. It's hell yes or if it's no. If it's meh or if it's maybe, score them as no. In other words, be conservative here. It's got to be a strong yes. So is this person the decision maker for your desired new role? So it could be, so we say desired new role. A lot of you are on the job market, so you're wanting a brand new role outside of your organization, but this applies if you're wanting a promotion as well. So for example, if they're the hiring manager for the new role, they get a yes. If they're your boss or your boss's boss, who is like the decision maker for a promotion, they get a yes. Otherwise, most people here are probably going to get a no, which is why it's 7 or better. They don't need to score a 10 in order for you to move forward. Then, does this person know you enough to communicate your value? Does this person like you enough to want to see you in the new role? Does this person trust you enough to bet their reputation on you? Again, if it's I don't know, then it's no, because you know. Number 5, now we're going to flip it, right? So does this person know, like, trust? Then does this person, do you know this person enough to talk with them about your value? Do you like this person enough to collaborate on your career goals? Do you trust this person enough to bet your reputation on them? So we're tapping into know, like, and trust both ways. Then number 8, do you believe this person has strong evangelizing skills? It's important. Number 9, do you believe this person has the resources to get you into that new role? So if they were a yes here, by the way, they're going to be a yes here, most likely. Although, in really effed up systems, they're the decision maker, but they don't actually have the resources. So may not always be the case, but usually it's going to be. But it may have been a no for number 1, but a yes for number 9. They have the resources. And then number 10, do you believe you are the top candidate priority for this new role? So this is more context related. But it's like, are you the top candidate? Are you the top priority for this person? Right? Like according to if you ask this person, would they say, oh yeah, you're the top of the list? And again, it could be no, right? But you might actually surprise yourself. Like we've had clients come in who are aiming for a promotion. I've been trying for a promotion. I've been trying for a promotion. And then like we'd have them go through this process and they would use their boss. Like they would score their boss and they would score like a 4 or 5 for their boss. Okay. That means your boss currently is not a very good ally. The person can become a good ally over time, right? But right now, not a great ally. But then we're like, well, hang on. Is your boss actually the decision maker here? No, it's actually my boss's boss. Okay, go and score your boss's boss. Oh, wow, my boss's boss scores an A. I actually know, like, trust. They know, like, trust. Wow, yeah. Then why are you talking to your boss? Go talk to your boss's boss about that promotion. And they did, and they got it. So this is the power of this process. It really gives you that clarity about, am I aiming my networking arrow in the right direction, right? Because I can be, shooting a whole bunch of arrows and putting effort into it when I'm actually not aiming at the target. So this helps you aim at the target. It helps you remember that I'm networking for a reason here. I'm networking to get that promotion, networking to get that job. And just because someone scores a 3 doesn't mean they can't no longer be your friend or your colleague. It just means for this purpose, You're not going to have many conversations with them about, hey man, can you advocate for me? Because the power of this, just to sort of future cast this and create a vision, when you do this right, when you do this, and also when you follow the whole people stack networking system, comment network on purpose for the whole PDF, essentially you have this network of raving fan allies who like, they are like playing this fun game of helping you get a job. And like, you could not stop them from helping you do that. Right? Like, they want to just turn the tables. For like a good friend of yours and someone who you like really believed in came to you and asked you for help landing a job. Wow, like it just fills us with so much, it fills our heart so much, with so much joy, with so much gratitude, with so much connection, with so much, wow, it's so awesome to be of service to you. Please don't take this opportunity away from me to be of service to you. So like, some of you are pissing your friends off because you're not telling them you're on the job market and you're not asking them for help. There's a story that Simon Sinek said one time, and it's a little bit, it's not related to the job market. But it's certainly related here to this whole point of don't piss your friends off, give them the opportunity to help you. Like, Simon was in a really bad place at one point. I think this was in his conversation with Trevor Noah. It's on his YouTube channel, I believe. And he was having a hard time. And then, fast forward, a few years, and he was talking to a friend of his, and he was talking about this hard time he was having. His friend said, F you, man. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me you were having a hard time? Because I want to help you. I want to help you. How dare you take away that opportunity from me? So in other words, don't take opportunities away from people who actually, like, it's part of their life purpose right now to be your ally. Just how you would do the same. So do this, right? Assess them. And then the goal is to get at least 4 who score 7 or better. Some of you are going to go through this process and be like, wow, I have 5. Then you're going to start conversations, follow the PDF, right? Follow the process. If you don't yet have 4, then what you can do is you take a look at the people who score close to 4. And it's like, all right, they're not yet. Oh, sorry, who scores? I said 7. Oh, who score close to 7, right? There is 6, but yeah, you know what? With just a little bit more rapport building, it can get to a 7. It's like, no, which one? So let's say they score 6. Which one is a no that with a few more conversations, a little bit more rapport building, trust building, they'd become a 7. All right, cool. So then in 2 weeks, they're 7. There you go. And for most of you, that's where you're at. For some of you, you may need to build new allies. And so in that case, it's going to take a little bit more time, because know, liking, and trusting, you can't rush that process. You know that. Don't try to rush that process. So especially if you're earlier in your career, which is not most of the people who we work with, but I know that some of you who follow our free content are earlier in your career. So don't rush that process. Take the time that it takes to establish that know, like, and trust, that bi-directional know, like, and trust. But for most of you, if you're a technical leader already, I got to say this again, because it's so important. We get so many clients. The vast majority of our clients come in and they say, oh man, I don't have a network. There's no one who I can have these conversations with. There's no one who I can trust. There's no one who can help me. And it's actually not that I can trust. It's more like, these people can't help me. But then as their coaches, we help them get curious. Is that actually true? Yeah, all right, well, let's test it. Let's test it. Run them through those questions. Oh, wow, yeah. Actually, they score 7. Great. And then let's continue to test it. Let's have conversations with them. And then you go from there. It's an ongoing process. It does take time, and it takes focused attention and focused action, which is why I'm sharing this particular step, because many of you, you're networking by accident and you're just like, oh yeah, let me ask Joe Schmo and Jill Bob. Are Joe Schmo and Bill Bob actually your best allies? They may not be. So just take the little bit of time that it takes to assess your allies and then start the conversation. All right, folks. And again, if you want that PDF that walks you through our entire PeopleStack networking system so that you can build that network of raving fan connections turned allies. They will be your allies. It's going to be fun. And it's going to make being on the job market, landing your hell yes job, whether it's a job market or promotion, it's going to make it faster. It's also going to make it more fulfilling. And it's going to feel so much easier because you get to connect with awesome people. So connect by commenting below, comment networking on purpose or something like that. I will send you that free PDF. Here's to networking on purpose. Catch you in the next one.